everyone. We have with us Gouri Nilakantan ma'am. Ma'am, thank you so much for having us over.
Thank you very, very much. I must say, thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you for inviting me.
Ma'am, you've been a very eminent theatre personality. And can you explain how your journey has been through theatre?
First of all, please don't give me such great names as eminence and all that. That's why my eyeballs rolled up. I was like, wow. Anyway, I don't consider myself eminent of any sort because I'm still learning. My journey is ongoing. My journey was much by default. I never intended to be a theatre person. I started with music. I always wanted to be a musician, but I had this came as a choice that I had for economic livelihood. So this was what I did. Yeah.
Tracing back your steps in theatre in college, what first drew you to Sabha?
Okay. I'm a bit of a rebel. By now you know that. Okay. So I was a Tamilian girl. Didn't have much opportunity to speak Hindi. Because I grew up speaking Tamil at home with Amma and Appa. And then, in college, school, mostly English, and I had Sanskrit also. So I was encouraged not to do Sabha. Because I was encouraged not to do Sabha, obviously I will do Sabha. So that's what it drew me. I said, I would like to do something which will challenge me, and obviously Sabha is going to challenge me because I don't know the language. I didn't know. Now I know Hindi बहुत अच्छी तरह.
Ma'am, you've taken a lot of multilingual scripts and brought it to the mainstream audience. So Sabha as a multilingual theatre society would like to know how you went about with bringing out the intricacies and the cultural nuances of such a script to the audience. Right.
So I like to add something here very importantly. First of all, you have to understand that, as I say, multilingual. India is not English alone. India is not Hindi alone, but a diverse. We have how many? 556 languages and dialects, man. Why are we always going on this, sorry to say, English theatres? Yeah. We the Englishmen. And that was my strongest point. I must add one thing here.
Yes,
please.
Sure.
So the debate happened when I was to do my master's thesis. So somebody heard about the Sabhas and the societies, the theatre society. So I won't take the name, I went to one of the professors and he said, I would request you to work on English theatre in Delhi University. I said, no way. I am going to talk about women in folk forms of India. So I started right from there. No, I'm not going to study English theatre in societies in India, especially in Delhi University.
When it came to the theatre of the oppressed, what really pulled you towards the concept? And do you think legislative theatre will actually pick up over the years?
First of all, it's really not my concept. It's a concept of a great thinker called Augusto Boal. Theatre of the oppressed can be used in all circumstances. It can be used in the corporate world as well, though Augusto Boal himself was, anti-corporate experiences. But Julian Boal, his son, I think is not. I don't know him personally very well. So I thought the applicability is very, very diverse. And that is why I tend to use it in so many contexts, in schools, in colleges, in corporates, and wherever I go, I try to pull a lot of that in.
And I think in a democracy, this concept is something which must be brought out to the audience.
Absolutely, but you see, I feel a little afraid of becoming political. I would rather be apolitical because as a performer, I don't want to take on to any ideology or advocate any one ideology, though a political ideology. Because all political ideologies need artistic expressions, right? So I would rather be a social commentator rather than a social change maker, because Augusto Boal started as a change maker. He was sure of his political ideologies. I am quite sure of my internal political ideologies, but I don't want to make them external, by performance.
As the multilingual aspect of theatre, do you think that multilingual theatre will really take up in India?
Why not? Language will never die, right? And all this rubbish about theatre is dying, regional theatre will die. Why? Will we die? How can we die? Will we die against films? We are 5,000-year-old industry, man. Why the hell would I die with a 100-year-old industry, which is cinema, or 200-year-old industry? Definitely multilingual theatre will take off. And there's no doubt about it. If you start with a doubt premise, it will never take off. I believe that languages existed for centuries and it will definitely exist in theatre too.
Now moving on to our next segment, we are going to look at the tips and tricks of theatre. So basically the jugaad of theatre. Ma'am, please tell us more.
Okay, so as a director, you have to know only but jugaad. Okay, so for example, if you have zero budget or you don't have any money for lights, make your own lights. Like what we did was that we took lights from old whatever we had at home, fixtures, and then we put cardboard around it and make a light. Take your own fairy lights at home and make a light. Use it on the on the what do you say, on the switchboard, tuck tuck tuck, that's it, make a light. So lights you don't have to buy. Lights are there everywhere. You just realize how to do it, You can do. That's one jugaad. Second jugaad of theatre is when you need money, go on donation drives. Sponsor a meal of an actor. Last time I collected 11,000 rupees for food for actors. Sponsor a meal for an actor. Take a walk in the auditorium with us. Would you like to see the lighting cost? So many things can be reached. So there is, I can just think of multiple ways, Or like, gift a ticket to somebody. Gift a show to somebody.
Very good.
Today you want to see my show, I gift my seat to you. So I've done that too. Because see, otherwise, if you don't think out of the box all the time, you have to keep thinking out of the box. Okay, for sets, I had some old plies lying at home, made a wall out of the ply. Right? So there are so many things that you can do, especially in lights. Every time we say, we can't do lights because it's expensive, there are multiple ways. And the most important jugaad is, if we don't get the auditorium, perform somewhere else. Under the tree, 2 lights under the tree and perform. Perform in the cafeteria area. So you don't have to get stuck by spaces. So we have to keep on. I could perform here. Have 10 people sitting and watching me here. So these are the jugaad that you have to realize. Resourcefulness is the best thing in theatre.
And I think it teaches a lot of skills to us in life.
Absolutely. Lights is something which you can just do it at home. You don't have to have a big dimmer board and this and that. You just have to take a few wires and connect it, to the switchboard and tuck, tuck, tuck. That's it, done. I'll show you some visuals how we have done. And my lighting guy will be there and he'll tell you how we've done. Simple as that.
Thank you so much for having us over. It has been a wonderful experience and I personally learned a lot and I'm pretty sure that the audience did too. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you very, very much. And just don't discount your collegiate experiences because they really add up. Forget all the resume building and becoming whatever you want to do in your careers. Besides that, it really add up. And there are so many professors who have really helped me, especially because I didn't know the language. I didn't know Hindi very, very well. And few names, of course there are so many names, but most of them have retired. But one person who's still there is Ashutosh Mathur sir. He said, don't worry बच्चे, अगर आपको नहीं आता है हिंदी तो आप कर सकते हो, आप कर लोगे. बाप रे, बार-बार he motivated me and I can never forget that. I can never. Thank you so much.